Alright, my people, thank you and welcome. This is your wonderful channel, Blessed Be World News. Thank you as many that have been so supportive, that the Lord continue to bless you. Alright, my good people, we don't carry come again. This one, Wike's romance with Tinubu's men, rattles Amechi's base. My good people, onto this one, there are strong indications that the Rivers State of Progressive Congress, led by immediate past Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi, is angry about the romance between the APC presidential candidate Bola Tinubu's men and the Rivers State Governor Wike. Wike has in recent times been meeting with some APC chieftains, including Tinubu's allies. On Monday, the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu was invited by Wike to inaugurate a road project. Meanwhile, the state governor also invited former Governor Aliyu Wakanku of Sokoto State and Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Agbadosobinla to inaugurate some projects in the state. Earlier, some APC governors, led by the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Kayode Fayemi, had also met Wike in his state, and his feud with the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Atiku Abubakar. However, sources close to Amechi told The Punch, and also based on what we have gathered, that the romance between Wike and Tinubu was disrespectful, especially since it was public acknowledged that Wike and Amechi were political foes. They also accused Tinubu of supporting Senator Magnus Obe, who recently dumped APC, to run for the governor on the platform of the Social Democratic Party. Alright, an association of Amechi, who wished to remain anonymous because he was not authorized to speak on the matter, said that the APC leaders have been coming to Rivers State to lobby Wike and make all manner of promises to him. These people never came to River even when the party was having a crisis. Meanwhile, they should not forget that Amechi came second in the presidential primary and is still the leader of the APC in the Rivers State. Rather than rally around him, they have been romancing Wike. Tinubu is among the sponsors of Magnus Obe, who has defended to the SDP. Magnus Obe is a Tinubu's boy. He is always with Tinubu. Even after joining the SDP, he is still with Tinubu and his romance, and promised to work for Tinubu's campaign, yet they cannot caution him. Alright, that has come from an anonymous person who has made this known. As it stands, the source stated that Atiku might also be to woo Amechi soon if quick action was not taken. Speaking with The Punch, an APC chieftain Chukwuemeka Eze said he was not aware of Atiku, or if Atiku had begun reaching out to Amechi. Eze, meanwhile, said if Amechi decides to join the PDP, then Tinubu should be blamed. He added, saying that if Amechi decides to join PDP, it may not be of his own making, but due to the act and attitude of Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu and managers of his campaign team, coupled with the new style of leadership of those currently running APC. Amechi's neglect, my good people, let me state categorically, unequivocally, that the manner and always Amechi and his political team are being neglected, both in the formation of the APC Presidential Campaign Council and most of the activities of the party since after the party of the APC, presidential convention is not the best way to treat a leader with the statues of Amechi. You can't imagine this. You don't do that. Alright, then to worsen the situation, the manner in which Tinubu and his association continue to associate with Governor Wike of Rivers State without any consultation with Amechi or any member of his political family is not only sad but very unfortunate. As the meanwhile said, Amechi remained an institution in Rivers State politics, and that anybody or political leader who feel he can indom or undermine him is doing that as his own or her own peril. He recalled that Amechi, as the Director General of the presidential campaign, had adulterated presidential Goodluck Jonathan's defeat in 2015. Alright, based on this great rating, I will not be shocked if Atiku Abubakar is weighing him based on the fact that the two leaders are not only very close associates politically but have remained great partners in the process of this country. So I have nothing against such a union. Alright, that has been onto this one, my good people. Let me have your take. But meanwhile, alright, we have gathered a lot from this, commenting on the romance between Tinubu's men and Wike. He started saying, this is coming from the secretary, Chris Finebone, I beg your pardon, told the Punch that Wike was disrespect for an alliance with Tinubu and the APC to remain relevant after 2023 governorship and the presidential election. Commenting on the romance between Tinubu's men and Wike, he stated, in politics, the concentric circle of conspiracy and numerous. Sometimes they overlap, and other things they are incoherent, but very often the end result is one: how to appropriate political power at the expense of others or competitors. Therefore, in the instant cases, whether it is Aswaju that is going after Governor Wike or the latter that is cutting Aswaju, the end result is how to survive 2023 general elections and remain politically relevant afterwards. We know that the desperate party or side is the entire calculation is Wike. Reason is that hard or tell with Atiku, he will lose. Assuming without considering that Wike wins, he will surely put away Wike in a cold manner. Wike understood and understand this. In a scenario where Aswaju APC wins, Wike deserves the grace of God to walk free. He needs the protection from 2023 so badly. Therefore, it is clear and very, very clear that Wike is the one chasing after Aswaju APC and not the opposite. I rather asked if the romance was a slap on Amechi. I have a biblical verse as an answer. Thou said. Also in the chat that the Punch, the deputy speaker of the APC in the River State, Darlington Iwaju, said that Amechi was one of the few political leaders that could be trusted and that he would not leave the APC for the PDP. The chairman of the Lagos State chapter of the APC, Kanilus Ajalebi, said anyone was free to visit Wike as he was not Tinubu's enemy. On Tinubu's alleged link to Magnus Abezi's defection, he said, I don't know anything about that. Alright, all I know, he said, is that politics is a game of members. It's a game of numbers, I beg your pardon. When you are in the contest, you just have to approach all that is approachable and solicit support. On whether he goes or sees the possibility of Wike forming an alliance or crossing over to the APC, Ajelubi responded, it is all about passion, and you know Wike has a passion for politics. Wike was part of the Southern governors who came to Lagos State before now and said that the southern governors won't support any presidential candidate from the north. Wike a tactician. Alright, my good people, a lot had already been said. Also speaking with the Punch, and then former Minister of Communications Adebayo Shitu, who is also a Tinubu's campaigner, said there was nothing wrong with the few romance with Wike. Shitu said this, that Amechi should be happy that someone like Wike was being linked in the APC. My good people, nobody will stop Wike if he wants to come to APC. Again, he said, you know Wike is a tactician. If I were in Amechi's shoe, I would see Wike's coming as an opportunity to settle, reconcile with him. That's or what he should be thinking of at this point, is that with Wike coming into the party, he said there will be an infighting anymore. There will not be infighting anymore. He asked Shitu also establish a report saying that Tinubu had a hand in Abba's defection, adding that Tinubu could not be blamed for long-siding crisis in the party in Rivers State. My good people, let me have your take on this. Bay has been running at battle politically with Amechi. Even at the last governorship primaries, he didn't win the ticket to fulfill his ambition. Tell me, does he need anybody to tell him the next step to take if he failed to clinch the APC ticket? Shatu had saying that Tinubu was not fighting with Amechi, whom he described as a brother and friend. He noted that when Amechi accused APC delegates of selling their votes, Tinubu refused to respond. Yes, he fighting Amechi. Is he fighting Amechi? The question is no, even when he alleged that some delegates were given bribe for voting buying. Did Tinubu say anything? That is because he doesn't want to join the fray. If you study Tinubu well enough, you will know that he doesn't take issues with people. That is why you see people who fight him coming back to him at the end of the day. Alright, this is coming from Shitu. Thanks for this at the desk. As it stands, my good people, when I contacted Atiku's media advisor in the person of Paul Libe, who said reconciliation and discussions with Wike was still ongoing and declined further commitment. It was among an amount to a dog eating his vomit if Wike defect to APC. Yes, it is amount to that. I agree with Wike has been hot. The committee set up by the PDP to select a vice presidential candidate recommended him, but Atiku on his own picked Okowa. Now it was like injustice was done to him. I don't think Wike will finally settle for APC. I don't think so. But if he does, he was brought his personality to the mold, and he will have no political relevance again, the lawyer admitted. Alright, my good people, that has been on to this one. To me, as long as this news is concerned, Labour Party is there. I think for me to advise Wike, he should uphold new party entirely instead of going or defeating from PDP to APC. To maintain his political relevance again, he has to do the needful. Amechi could not be reached for comment on Tuesday. That has been on to this one, my good people. Let me have your take. Remember that you are into world news and entertainment. This is Blessed Be World News. Please tap on the subscription button for more updates. Thanks and God bless.